Hi everybody, welcome back. For today's video, I have decided to continue on with my astrological series. Some of you may have seen a video I put back about maybe 6 months ago where I talked about books geared towards Aquarians. And with us being in the month of February, I decided that it was time to move on to Pisces. So those of you who are born between February 19th and March 20th, this video is for you. Or you may happen to know a Pisces and you might be looking for a gift for their upcoming birthday. One of these books might be an idea for you. So what should we look for when we're looking for books geared towards Pisces? Well, it's said that Pisces are smart, creative, and deeply intuitive, and some of them are kind of close to being psychic, and that they feel things deeply and have strong gut reactions. So I would say that we should look for something that would pique the Pisces imagination, something that would draw on their intellect. So of course, we're not looking for anything simple. The books we are looking for should invoke a strong reaction from the reader, and luckily I have a few of those for you guys today. First up, we have a classic entitled 100 Years of Solitude by author Gabriel Garcia Marquez. This book was released in 2006 and it follows the rise and fall, births, and deaths of the Buendia family in the mythical town of Macondo. I think this type of story would speak to a Pisces who's more creative because it takes a lot of imagination for an author to create a story where we follow the journey of different generations as we get to meet different people and learn their personalities. And I'm sure some of these are creating drama and turmoil. And it's actually been a while since I myself have read a book like this. I might have to add this book to my to-be-read file. So 100 Years of Solitude is described as inventive, amusing, magnetic, sad, and alive with unforgettable men and women, brimming with truth, compassion, and a lyrical magic that strikes the soul. This novel is a masterpiece in the art of fiction. Sounds intriguing, but let's not stop there. We do have a second book on the list. This one is entitled The Dreamers by author Karen Thompson Walker. And again, we have an author with 3 names, which makes me want to read the book just because of that. So this book was written in 2019 and it takes place in a small isolated college town in the hills of Southern California. And in this story, we meet a young college student by the name of Me. And Me has an issue. Me comes back to her college dorm and finds her roommate asleep. The problem is that her roommate has been asleep for a very long time and Me cannot wake up her roommate. Me calls the paramedics and the paramedics cannot wake up her roommate. They take her to the hospital and again, the roommate cannot be awakened. And as the story moves on, other women within the college fall asleep and they too cannot be awakened. And of course, this causes panic. Panic within the college and panic that moves on to the small town that surrounds the college. One of the things that is shared among those who cannot be awakened is this heightened sense of brain activity, which means that they are having heightened dreams. But the question is, but of what? What are they dreaming? The Dreamers is described as a breathtaking and beautiful novel, startling and provocative about possibilities contained within a human life, if only we are awakened to them. I think that this book would speak to the intuitive side of a Pisces. So Pisces, what are your instincts saying? What do you think is going on in this small town? Next up, we have a young adult novel by the name of Starfish by author Akemi Don Bowman. And this book is supposed to speak to the emotional side of the Pisces. In the book Starfish, we meet a young girl by the name of Kiko, who happens to be half Japanese. And Kiko has just found out that she did not get into her dream art school. But not only is Kiko dealing with not getting into her dream school, She's dealing with a mother that makes her feel less than, and she's also dealing with this aspect of feeling and being half Japanese. And along with dealing with all that, her abusive uncle has just moved back home. Luckily for Kiko, a childhood friend has just presented her with this opportunity to leave home so that she can tour schools on the West Coast. Kiko jumps at this chance for a new life while trying to ignore the fears and anxieties that's trying to hold her back. But after moving away from that constrictive lifestyle, Kiko begins to learn things about herself. She begins to learn things about her past, her present, and she also learns to become brave. Starfish is described as a luminous, heartbreaking story of identity, family, and the beauty that emerges when we embrace our true selves. To me, that sounds like it's going to be a tearjerker. And so for you Pisces who take things in, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to make it through this book without shedding a few tears. So those are just a few books for you Pisces, or those of you who have Pisces in your lives. Let me know if any of you have read any of these books and if they spoke to your creative or intuitive side. So that concludes today's video, and I want to thank you all again for sticking around. And until next time, you guys take care, stay safe, and try to do something nice for a stranger so we can all do our part to try to make this world a better place.